A private hotel, drawn curtains. Fake names on the guest list. 5 countries met in secret to make the dollar fall. A 2-page statement moved trillions without a single vote. This was the Plaza Accord of 1985. The night Allies crashed the dollar. Stay with me. Early 1980s, the dollar was a wrecking ball. High U.S. interest rates pulled money in from everywhere. Between 1980 and 1985, the dollar jumped about 50%. Imports got cheap. Exports got crushed. Factories in the Midwest closed. The U.S. trade deficit set records. Politics sharpened. Something had to give. The world's answer was coordination, not chaos. The G5 ran the show then. United States, Japon, Ouest-Germain, France Kingdom. Finance ministers and central bank chiefs met in New York. The venue was the Plaza Hotel on September 22. 1985. Shades drawn. Staff kept away. Papers locked. Why meet at all? Rate gaps made the dollar too strong for too long. Japan's yen and Germany's mark looked undervalued. Trade frictions were boiling. Tariffs were on the table if nothing changed. Coordination was cheaper than a trade war. The plan was simple and bold. Issue a joint statement that the dollar was overvalued. Promise orderly appreciation of other currencies. Back the words with real money in the market. Central banks would sell dollars and buy yen and marks. No secret formula. Just scale, timing, and unity. Markets got the message overnight. The dollar fell fast versus the yen and the mark. Roughly 40% down over the next 2 years. The yen moved from around to 40 per dollar toward 150, then lower. Exporters abroad breathed easier. U.S. manufacturers finally caught a tailwind, but every fix writes new problems. Japan cut rates to cushion the yen shock. Credit expanded and land prices surged. Stock indexes raced to dizzy heights. The bubble years began and would burst later in 1990. Policy always moves with side effects. Europe had its own ripple. Germany gained export share but watched inflation risks. Coordination demanded discipline at home and abroad. The U.S. hoped for narrower trade gaps. Those gaps improved with a lag, not overnight. Currency shifts take time to change contracts and behavior. By 1987, the dollar had fallen a lot. Now, the risk flipped from too strong to too weak. The same countries met again in Paris. The Louvre Accord tried to stop further dollar decline. From push it down to hold it steady in 2 years. Steering a river is easier than stopping it. So what really made the Plaza Accord work? First, one voice, 5 nations spoke the same sentence. Second, alignment with fundamentals. Rate gaps were narrowing anyway. Third, money on the table. Interventions backed the words. Fourth, surprise. The leak, free rollout hit traders off balance. Credibility plus cash beats speeches alone. What did it mean for a household then? Imported goods got pricier as the dollar fell. U.S. exporters found more orders abroad. Tourism flipped. Americans abroad paid more. Foreign visitors found the U.S. cheaper. Winners and losers moved with the exchange rate. What does it mean for your wallet now? The dollar still rises and falls with rates and risk. Strong dollar cheapens imports and foreign vacations. It can pressure commodities priced in dollars. Weak Dollar helps exporters and foreign stock funds. It can lift commodity prices and travel costs. 3 signals still matter from the Plaza playbook. Watch interest rate gaps between the Fed and peers. Watch current account trends and trade politics. Watch official language for hints of coordinated action. When words shift together, markets often follow. If you invest globally, match currency to your goal. Buying US multinationals gives you foreign earnings with dollar comfort. Buying foreign funds without a hedge adds currency swings. Hedged funds remove that swing, but cost a fee. Pick the tool on purpose, not by accident. Here is a quick timeline to hold in your head. 1980 to early 85, the super dollar rises. September 84 pagkortide, 92-87. February 87, the Louver Accord tries to floor it. The rest of the decade rides those choices. The wild part is how small the trigger looked. A short communiqué from 5 countries moved the world's prices. Design beats volume when trust is high and timing is right. That is the real lesson of the Plaza Hotel, your actionable takeaways today. Map how a stronger or weaker dollar hits your budget. Travel, imported goods, and gas prices move first. For investing, choose whether to hedge foreign exposure. For business, price contracts with currency swings in mind. Policy signals can buy you an edge before the crowd. History is not trivia. Itia manual. A private meeting in 1985 still moves your receipts. Know the levers, watch the signals, act on purpose. If this turned a famous headline into real steps for your money, subscribe now.